Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
This summer, serve up the cookout classics, Kraft mayo and dressing. Toss green salads with delicious ranch dressing or zesty Italian. Serve smooth, craveably creamy potato salads with mayo. We all know it's not a cookout without Kraft.
I'm Jessica, and this is Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas. And we're back! We're back for another episode on a K-drama. For this episode, I am joined by Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, Jess. So lovely to be back.
I love having you here. Sarah from Kdrama This / the co-host of Afternoona Asks Podcast. I love having you on. It is such a great time when you're here. I think the last time you were here was a bit more serious. We were here for DP.
We were.
Yeah. And then unfortunately, I don't think this is any less serious. We're going to be talking about The Smile Has Left Your Eyes, which is firmly a melodrama with Seo In-guk and Jung So-min. So we are going to really have a time here. I have to be honest right out the gate. I was unable to rewatch this drama before this recording because they removed The Smile Has Left Your Eyes from the Viki library, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, oh my God, that sucks. I always pride myself on rewatching the drama before recording. So I also was extremely busy. Like, my car broke down. I fell. Like, it's been a crazy couple of weeks here, and I did not have a chance to read the recaps of all of the episodes too on Drama Beans, which is what I love to do as well if I cannot get a hold of the episodes. And so I haven't been able to do that. What I did do was reread my original blog review from 2019. And I gotta say, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm talking specifics in my blog review. I don't know what's going on. So we are in for a treat today. I am flying blind. I'm going to be leaning on Sarah heavily because Sarah is...
Which is unfortunate, because I also have the memory of a goldfish. Like, I'm just so old now. Like, I had 2 kids. They took my brains.
Oh, it's okay.
I haven't recovered. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night here in the UK. So,
I apologize.
And we will be good. We'll be good.
We're going to just have fun through this. Yeah. We might talk a little more broadly about the show than usual, but... it's all in good fun. We're going to review it. We're going to talk through it as much as we can with as much specificity as we can muster. But without further ado, I'm just going to go through some housekeeping. If this is your first time listening, thank you. What a great episode to jump in on. Go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. If you like us, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And come check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Daebak Pod, DAEBAKPOD. And lastly, if you're a fan, please consider becoming a patron. It is a great way for you to get involved and show your support. You can check out the page on patreon.com/alwayscriticpod. And thank you to our patrons: Janet, Curtis, Bale, CD, Alana, Grace, Lorna, Sammy, Caitlin, Julia, Michelle, Tenmei, Aaron, Marta, Delphia, Camila, and Kayla. Thank you so much for being patrons. I love you guys. All right. So we'll get started with the My Drama List synopsis, which is actually a very good synopsis. When I was putting it in here, I was like, hold on, this is pretty good. I need this.
You never know, right? It's kind of inconsistent.
It's hit or miss. So here's my drama list synopsis for The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. It reads, a TV series centered around the unfolding relationship between free and unpredictable yet dangerous Kim Woo-young, who is called Monster. He is the first assistant in a Korean beer brewery who becomes a suspect when a woman's suicide turns out to be murder. His life begins to change when he meets a kind, warm advertising designer named Yoo Jin-kang, who wishes to be Moo-young's safe haven. She bears as many emotional scars as him. Yoo Jin-kang also has a brother, a homicide detective named Yoo Jin-guk, with 27 years of job experience. I don't know why they gave his job experience, though. You could just say, like, he was on the force for a long time. 27 years of job experience. He strives to reveal who Moo-young really is and attempts to keep his sister Jin-kang away from Moo-young, with whom she begins to know and fall in love with. I just added the fall in love with because I think that's important. This show aired from October 2018 to November of 2018. It is 16 episodes long. It's actually a remake of a Japanese drama from 2002 called Sora Kara Furu Ichiyoku no Hoshi. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. Or 1 Million Stars Falling from the Sky, which is the alternative title for this show. 1 Million Stars Falling from the Sky. It is directed by Yoo Jae-won. This guy is actually, I guess, one of my favorite directors because he's directed High School King of Savvy, Oh My Ghost, Tomorrow with You, Abyss, Hi Bye Mama, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, Crash Course in Romance, and he is also the director of the upcoming Mom's Friend's Son, which will be a 2024 release. It is one of my most anticipated K-dramas of the year. It will star Jung So-min and Jung Hae-in in his first rom-com.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
Ready to soundtrack your summer? With Red Bull Summer All Day Play, you choose a playlist that fits your summer vibe the best. Are you a festival fanatic, a deep end DJ, a road dog, or a trail mixer? Just add a song to your chosen playlist and put your summer on track. Red Bull Summer All Day Play. Red Bull gives you wings. Visit redbull.com/brightsummer ahead to learn more. See you this summer.
Yay! Which we manifested, Jess. Let's
We
take
did.
some credit for this.
Girl,
Let's take some credit for this.
we talked at length about how Jung Hae-in has not done sort of like a romantic, or I should say rom-com, lighthearted
Yes.
show. And how when you went to his fan meeting, that was something that he specifically said he wanted to do. And lo and behold, we're getting this drama this year.
Yes.
So, we manifested it.
We did. We
It's
said
us.
with the link actually, because obviously then this female lead is Jung So-min, and that's just going to be great. Like I'm so excited about them two doing together.
I know.
And
I know.
she does such good. I mean, I think they're both such great comic actors.
I agree.
But also do the emotion. So, and I loved Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. So I'm really hoping, like, this is a director that knows rom-coms and doesn't screw them up in the second half either, right? But he does really pack in the emotion, because I think the second half of Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha was good for that.
I think he knows about tone really well.
Yeah.
And even though I hated Abyss and Oh My Ghost is not my favorite drama at all,
No, me neither.
I really respect some of these other shows. Like Tomorrow with You, I think is so underrated. Hi Bye Mama, I've heard nothing but good things about that show. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, who hasn't freaking heard of that show and love that show. Crash Course, a really nice, solid show from 2023. So I really like this director, like all things considered. So good on him.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Writer is Song Hae-jin. I'm not sure if this is a female writer. My guess is yes, but this writer really doesn't have that much to their name, about 4 or 5 TV credits, and I really haven't heard about any of these shows before. Sent from Heaven from 2012, My Sweet Soul from 2008, and then they also have a Netflix show coming out from this year, Two Women. So we got to keep an eye out for that. I don't know what that's about, who stars in it or anything, but when it says Netflix, I kind of feel like there's budget behind it, so might have some big names in that. They've also written movies, including Love Lies from 2016. Love Lies, I reviewed it for the Patreon feed. It stars Han Hyo-joo, and it is heartbreaking and frustrating. It's a period piece with the Japanese occupation kind of happening, it kind of tearing friends apart. Han Hyo-joo plays a villain, essentially, and you're just like, oh my God, like, you have no idea, like, the lengths that some of these characters will go to. And it's very surprising. It's not a nice comfort movie at all.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
It seems to track, especially when you pair it with The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. You're kind of like, oh, of course. It was written by the same person. Absolutely.
Yeah. She likes angst.
Yeah. So we have this cast, which I'm only going to list the top 3 people. So we have Seo In-guk, who plays Kim Woo-sung, the monster, quote unquote monster. He's been in so many things. He's really worked his way up through the ranks, and he's been in stuff like Love Rain from 2012, Reply 1997 from 2012. That is when I bought all my stock in Seo In-guk. That's when I fell in love with him. Like, great, madly in love with Seo In-guk. Like, that's the show. Master Son, which I think you just watched recently.
I've just finished that. Yeah.
Oh my God. High School King of Savvy, so he's worked with the director before. The King's Face, Shopaholic Louis, which I don't remember laughing as hard at a drama as I have with Shopaholic Louis.
He was so good in that. He is such a comedian.
That's what my God, like, it's hysterical.
Like our sister pod, Afternoona Delight, has just done an episode on K-drama himbos and how much they love them. And he is the archetypal K-drama himbo.
He's so good.
He's so good. But then he also flips and plays like super smart, savant kind of characters, right? Which is what he plays here as well. And he just has such range. Range. Yeah.
So he's been in Doom at Your Service, which a lot of people like to. I think that's a very polarizing show. And Cafe Minamdang and Death's Game most recently, which is one of my favorite shows that I've seen in 2024, period. It is
me too.
Number 1 so far as 2024 goes. But he's excellent in that.
I loved it.
How do you feel about Seo In-guk? Are you going to the fan meeting? Do I have that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So like, I feel like you're like helping me manifest like my I just need to come on my podcast and just tell you like everything I want to happen in my life. Because I think, yes, that was it. Right. So our first podcast ever was we talked about Do You Like Brahms? And for some reason we started talking about fan meets. I don't know why. But anyway, I said I really wanted to know what happened in fan meets. And then circumstances happened and I managed to get tickets. I was in Hong Kong when Jung Hae-in was in Hong Kong doing his fan meet. So I got to do his fan meet. I did a whole podcast on it. So if you do want to know what happens in fan meets, check it out on Afternoona Asks. And then you asked me onto this pod a while back now. And then I saw that Seo In-guk was doing fan meets in just DC and in LA. And I was like, oh, I really wish I could go. And then, you have just one of those moments when you're just like, do you know what? Like, maybe I could make it happen. Mm-hmm. So I looked up, like, the air mile offer because I knew I couldn't afford it money-wise. Or I couldn't justify it. Obviously, I can afford it if I, stopped eating and stuff. But anyway, I kind of, could I justify going all the way to DC to see him on air miles? And then that stars aligned. It was really cheap. And, so I'm going next month.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
My God.
I'm so excited. Seo In-guk is one of he's in my top 5. I don't really rank them, but like he is in my top 5 of K-drama leads, male leads. I love it.
I love to hear it.
Yeah. And he sings as well, because I really think a fan meet where like the actor sings as well is always really enjoyable too, because they can mix it up. And
my ovaries can't take that. Okay. Like honestly, them singing and they're actually good.
Yeah.
I don't stand a chance. So, Seo In-guk in this show.
Yes.
What did you think about him?
I think it's one of his best roles.
Yeah.
Like, I think it is absolutely... You say what you think about the drama. I think there are mixed feelings, I think, generally about this drama.
Oh, absolutely.
But no one would ever kind of contradict you if you said that this shows you what an amazing actor he is. Mm-hmm. He is so charismatic. He's really mesmerizing. Mm-hmm. He's completely red flag. He's so sexy with it, though. Yeah, he's so
captivating.
He's so captivating, exactly. And he's the reason why you just keep wanting to watch it, because you feel like this is all the way through the drama. I mean, I'm not going to be a spoiler to say it feels like it's a train wreck that's about to happen, but you can't stop watching what is going to happen.
Yes.
And he does amazing things with his eyes. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my main thing with this drama, that my takeaway. I remember thinking, like, he can make his eyes do so many different things. Like, he has it's kind of like dead eye look. Do you know what I mean? Like, he looks like he is dead inside, and you can't read him.
Yeah,
and
he's unreadable
really
for large swaths of the show.
Yeah,
and that's part of his thing, like the part of the character.
Yeah. Exactly, but also just he injects it so well, and so he becomes this thing that you can't read. And then at other times he is just so raw and so vulnerable.
Yes.
And he decides which of these things you're gonna see. And I just think that's such a talent.
It is, because he feels like he's in complete control.
Yeah.
And that is... I don't want to shit on other actors or other names in the biz. I'm not going to name names. I won't.
We all know who you mean, Jess, because we all listened to your AMA episode.
I won't. But when he's a, like, what? Can he dance as well? That would make him a triple threat.
I think so. I mean, like, if you look at those early, like, you know, because he won the singing show. Like, this is Seo In-guk's background. Like, he won a singing show. He wasn't actually an actor to start with.
Right.
And then obviously got casted. So in the beginning shows, he did more singing shows, didn't he? Like, he also always does a track on pretty much every OST of his dramas.
Yeah.
So, and he still releases singles, so I still follow him on my Apple Music, so I kind of add his music in. But yeah, in the early days, like his Reply 1997 days, he does do a bit of dancing as well. I mean, he doesn't now, I don't think, but he did back then. And yeah,
I think that he's a powerhouse.
Yes.
And it's hard to find talent such as his where he can just sort of command the room. And he's got such a presence about him in the show that keeps it, even if you're sort of on the fence about the plot or you're just kind of confused about where things are going. And that's part of the thing of it as well. Like, part of the sensation of watching the show is that you're kind of like, what is going on? I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. I don't know if he's a murderer. Like, who is he? And that's the whole thing, is that he is a slippery character.
Yeah.
Slippery persona. And you can't quite guess what he's thinking. And then there are glimpses of vulnerability that are so attractive.
Yeah.
That make you think, oh my God, you just want to wrap him up in a hug. And you're like, I totally get why Chung So-min is fighting for this man.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, she's going to bat for him.
Yeah, or initially that Sung-ah is drawn to him because he's just, I mean, geez, he is everything that you would want your daughter not to date, right?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. If you see this man and you're a parent, you'd be like, absolutely not. No.
But, you know, all of us have fallen for a guy like this. We've all fallen for a guy like this.
It's a prototypical bad boy without like all of the
bad boy with emotional wounds.
Yes,
but
yes.
You're gonna love him and heal those wounds. And
you're like, I can fix him.
Like, you can fix it. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be his salvation.
That's
like
the
everything.
character. Yes, absolutely. It's like drama crack, honestly.
It is. It so is. Yeah, and then then watching the drama becomes quite a visceral experience, because all the time you're like, should I even root for this guy?
Right.
He does some really actually bad shit, like some actual bad shit.
It's super questionable, and you're like, that's absolutely criminal.
Yeah,
I can't support that. Exactly. But he didn't do this. We got to count our blessings here on the levels here. He's kind of lower down on the totem than I thought. Like, you're kind of making excuses.
Like, you're justifying the whole time, right? You're like, oh, but he has a really, really traumatic past.
Right.
So this is why he's doing this. But he is, like there's always this list of like K-drama red flag male leads. And honestly, most of them seem quite tame.
Totally, I agree. Because they don't have, like, he puts his money where his mouth is.
Yeah.
Okay, he's actually doing some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's really treating people like Sung-ah, for
badly.
example. So this is the rich girl, right? At the start, like, I'm not going to go into spoilers. This is not a spoiler section, but what he ends up doing to her is just
foul.
So cold.
It's unacceptable.
So cold.
Yeah.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's not even like he's like a cat with a toy.
Yes. And oh my God, I said that in my review. We'll leave that for spoilers.
It's like he just doesn't.
We'll leave that for spoiler section. But absolutely, you're totally on the money there. I agree with you. So his co-star is Chung So-min, who plays Jin Kang. She's been in Mischievous Kiss from 2010, which is where I remember her from. Talk about toxic male leads back then. That was one of those where I was like, I cannot rewatch this. Can We Get Married? My Father is Strange, Because This Is My First Life, which pay attention to the podcast feed because we'll be covering it this season. Yeah.
That was my first Jung So-min drama.
I love that. That's a good one.
That drama.
Yeah. So Chung So-min also was in Alchemy of Souls season 1. So we won't go into Alchemy of Souls.
We won't.
We've left it all on the dance floor. Just scroll back in your podcast feed. There's a couple of episodes there for you. So.
They're great episodes, by the way, if you haven't listened. I can heartily recommend them.
It's point by point. So, Jung So-min, what did you think of her in this show and, her as an actress as a whole?
I mean, I love Jung So-min, so I'm not going to sit here be unbiased because I just really love her.
I'm biased.
I'm totally biased. But she's so good in this. I mean, she brings it all. Like, I think she's similar to Seo In-guk in that way. She can do comedy. She can do really, really good emotion. And she brings you in. I think she's such a warm... So whatever character she's playing, even when she's... I mean, she's not in this drama. She is quite warm in this drama. But even when she's like a colder kind of assassin kind of character, like in Alchemy of Souls, she still brings you in and makes you feel... And there's something always just very warming about her, I feel, as an actress. Yeah, I love her.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
You tell yourself, no one wants your college-era band tees. But on Depop, people are searching for exactly what you've got. You once paid a small fortune for them at merch stands. Now, a teenager who calls them vintage will offer that same small fortune back. Sell them easily on Depop. Just snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. Who knew your questionable music taste would be a money-making machine? Your style can make you cash. Start selling on Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Yeah, I just think of her as this sort of baby-faced person with a very quiet innocence about her that has never left, and it might be because I watched her in Mischievous Kiss many years ago when I was first watching K-dramas, and that show she is very infantile, and she was paired with like a tsundere lead, so it's like she was banging her head against the wall, and she was very ridiculous. And so I almost feel like I can't push that out of my mind. She does have a very like cute face. Like doesn't have severe features like Seo In-guk does.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's proper casting to have him be this sociopath, and then she is much warmer, as you said.
Yeah. And they had great chemistry together. Really good chemistry. Like
really good chemistry.
Yeah. So they have really good enemies chemistry at the start.
Oh,
like they're really sparky, you know? But then obviously as the drama progresses, you know, they just have even more like different kinds of chemistry. So
I know,
really well cast together, I think.
Because they seem to be connecting on a soul level.
Yes. Really believably.
Throughout the show. And you're like, how can we let that go? He's such a red flag, but like, look what they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. It's difficult. So that's Chung So-min. And then her brother is Park Sung-woon, who plays Jin-kook, the cop/brother. Okay. This guy has been in everything. He's been in like 51 movies, including The Great Battle from 2018. I just watched this movie several weeks ago for the first time. It's got Cho In-sung in it. It's got Nam Joo-hyuk in it. Let me just say right now, Nam Joo-hyuk, not a period piece person. Okay,
yes.
Like you put him in battle armor from like medieval Korea, and you're like, maybe not, perhaps not. Like that man knows what an iPhone is. Okay. I'm sorry to say. So,
and you're saying that as a fan of his, right? Like,
I love
he's one of
I love Nam Joo-hyuk. I love him. That man should not be in period pieces.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So that's The Great Battle. He was in Love Lies with Han Hyo-joo.
The one you just mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, Park Sung-woon played, I believe, a Japanese like commander or something like that. Just vile.
Right.
Vile dude. And then he was also in Commitment, which I always like to mention, from 2013. That's T.O.P. from Big Bang.
Right.
Playing a North Korean spy.
Right.
Who's in South Korea on a mission, and he gets implanted into like this fake family. And Park Sung-woon plays his fake father in South Korea, like while they're on this mission. And I'm like, whoa, wow, what a throwback. So those are just a few of the movies that he's been in. And then he's been in 27 TV shows, including, and I hate to even say it, Snowdrop from 2021, 2022. There is a very painful episode of ours up for Snowdrop if you want to listen to it. I had someone DM me the other day and say, I got up to episode 5 of Snowdrop and I just couldn't finish. I went and listened to your episode and decided to just skip and watch the finale. So thank you so much for reviewing that show.
So and I didn't have to finish it. Yeah.
I didn't have to endure it, and you did the hard work for me, and I made the decision after listening to you guys to just skip to the end.
I have to confess, despite being a big Jung Hae-in fan, have not started Snowdrop just because there's just so much noise about it that just makes me think
it is noisy.
I don't want to hate watch something that
he is brilliant.
Do you know when you haven't? Well, this is the worst thing. I think it's even worse. You know, when one of your faves is this is happening to me right now in like The Impossible Heir. When
God!
You really like someone, and you're just like, I really want to watch this drama because of you.
Don't do it. You don't owe them anything.
No, I know.
You
I know.
don't.
But anyway, I dropped. So sorry, Jaehyuk.
So you ended up dropping Impossible Heir.
I've dropped. Yeah. I couldn't.
Okay.
Couldn't hack.
Yeah, that's a conversation for a different day.
Yes.
So maybe later. But anyway, so this guy has also been in Good or Bad Dongjae. That will come out later this year. I don't know what that's about at all, but it's a 2024 release, so we'll see about it. The Killing Vote, Bloodhounds, Unlock My Boss, Life on Mars, Man to Man, just so many. Also Cain and Abel from 2009, which I remember mentioning on that episode with you on Afternoona Asks.
Yes, it's one of your underrated dramas.
I love Cain and Abel. I just love it. It is so angsty. And it's with Soji Sub, which was one of my first crushes in K-drama land. Like that man. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
Anyway,
but
I've actually just seen him in Unlock My Boss.
Okay, all right.
Which is a drama I cannot recommend. So, despite Chae Jung-hyuk,
Chae Jung-hyuk is a delight, isn't he?
He is so cute.
Oh.
And actually, they share. So, the actress that plays Sung-ah is also in from Smile Has Left Your Eyes, is also in Unlock My Boss. So she's actually so it was fun to see both Park Sung-won and Seo In-soo in Unlock My Boss when I just finished like Smile Has Left Your Eyes. But sadly disappointing.
Okay, well, what did you think of this guy and his character? Because I think a lot of my frustrations in rereading my original blog review came from his character.
Yes.
A lot.
So the actor himself playing this role, loved it. I thought
that's not the issue.
He was a great older brother. I think he had this really great, in fact, I needed more of him and Tak, like his fellow police officer friend that had this unspoken thing that they never kind of like did more with, which is a shame, I think, because they had really great chemistry. So all of my issues with him are to do with the character and the logic fails.
Yes.
With his arc, which I guess we'll go into spoilers.
Okay.
So as an actor, I think he did really great. I think he's
right.
Really solid.
It wasn't the acting at all.
No.
It was the decisions that they had him doing.
Yeah.
Which like didn't make sense.
No, and that bothers me. Yeah.
Even now, I'm kind of like feeling the frustration without knowing why I'm frustrated because I can't remember the details of the show.
They might come back to you.
Maybe.
It'll be interesting to see if yours were the same as mine because I haven't read your blog, so we'll.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So with that being said, that's the end. There's more cast members like Ko Min-chi as well is in it. Seo In-soo plays Sung-ah, that character that we keep mentioning, the rich girl who gets done dirty. This cast is a little more extensive, but those are the three main players. What did you think of this show? How was your experience watching it? And without giving any spoilers away, like how did the ending sit with you?
I hated the ending.
Okay.
I'm going to be completely frank.
Yeah.
I loved the show. I still would watch this drama again. Purely for the performances. Especially from Seo In-guk and Jung So-min.
Yeah.
I still feel like it was a rewarding watch for me. I found it frustrating because it could have been amazing. Like it could have been, like it had so many of the ingredients to be an amazing show. And the things that didn't make it amazing were completely fixable. They were not circumstances or things that you couldn't change or whatever, or like drama, like a director that created really saggy drama. It was none of those things. I think it was mainly for me in the plotting and the ending that they chose.
How do I put this? Well, I'll just say it's not a happy ending.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that. We won't say what the hell happens at all at the end. But you enjoyed the process of watching the show. And I remember when because you post updates on Instagram, like when you get through a few episodes, you'll say like, update, and you'll say what your thoughts are. And you were kind of enthralled with the show.
I was. Yeah. I really felt like it knew what it was doing. And I felt like, and I think this is it. Yeah, you're kind of bringing it back now. I felt let down because the ending, which we're not going to talk about, just didn't unfold narratively for me in a logical way. So I'm not. There are some people that can only handle dramas that have happy endings, and no shade on them. Completely understand, why some people feel that way. I'm not one of these people. I'm totally happy with a happy ending, but it has to make sense, and it has to be built up throughout the drama, so that when I get to that not happy ending,
right.
I'm maybe like sad, but I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't want to spoil other dramas, but there are plenty of dramas in K-drama land that didn't have happy endings for me, but still worked because I kind of got why we got to where we were. And that's not how this drama left me feeling. And I'm annoyed because I think in the first part of the show, I really felt like this writing and the directing was really self-assured. and I felt like this drama knew what it was doing, and so I trusted it. And so then in the end, when it happened, I was just like, okay, that was not where you were leading me, and now I feel really cheated because I trusted you. I thought that you knew what you were doing.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm annoyed doubly because I was really invested at that point. And so at the end, what the emotions I want to feel are about the character and the drama. I don't want to feel frustrated and annoyed at the drama. Yeah, because it kind of really took away a lot of those, and it was like super powerful performances in the end, you know. Those
I remember
those last few episodes are just, you know, and that's what I want to be left with, the feeling that those actors kind of, whoa, like those powerful scenes. That's what I want to be left with, not with this like, you want to chuck something at the TV.
I will read you what I said in my review, which I evidently wrote 5 minutes after I finished watching the show. I said, honestly, like, what the fuck just happened? I'm 5 minutes removed from catching that swift Shakespearean ending, and I'm just stunned, emotional, angry. And then I said a lot of stuff in a paragraph, which I'm not going to read. And then I said, in all caps, however, I did not see that ending coming, not by a mile. So I remember getting to that ending and not feeling that it was gonna happen at all. Like, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But what I said at the end of the review was that I said, I've maybe had an hour to process this, because I guess it took an hour to write this, and I've concluded that this drama was simply a tragedy, and as such I can only accept what happened, as it was always never going to have a happy ending. So I kind of took it as, from day one, this was never going to be a ride off into the sunset story. So, and this sucks because I couldn't rewatch the show and I didn't have time to read the recaps to jump in this with my full chest. But basically, we don't see eye to eye on this ending. Like, me 5 years ago and you now don't see eye to eye on this ending, because I kind of feel like, even if I didn't see it coming, even if it was extremely crazy and sad and made me angry, it's the same anger that you feel at the end of a sort of Shakespearean tragedy, where you're like, but why?
Yeah.
Why? But
yeah,
like,
but no, yeah, but for me, not like, so I didn't expect a happy ending. I kind of felt like we couldn't get one quite early on in the show, actually.
So you were not expecting a happy ending.
So I wasn't expecting a happy ending, and I was expecting a reveal that would mean that the happy ending couldn't happen. And so then I was resolved.
Sort of a little more of a fizzle.
Yeah. Well, not a fizzle, but just like, there is a reason why they can't be together. Like, I get it.
Okay.
And then that reason, which had been foreshadowed, wasn't, which we can discuss more properly in the spoilers.
No, absolutely. We're dancing around.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. So yeah.
We're not going to stick in the non-spoiler section that much longer. But I see what you're saying. That, like, you didn't expect it to be a happy ending, but you didn't expect it to be
that ending.
Fireworks on the 4th of July type deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So what I want to do right now is just have you rate the show out of 5 soju bottles, and we'll just get into the spoiler section.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's interesting because I went back to look at, because I rate my dramas after I finish them, and I think because of that ending rated it lower than I think it deserves. So I went back and I re-rated it.
Oh, okay.
So I do a rating up to 10.
Yeah.
And I do 0.5s as well. So I'm quite like,
All
there's
right.
a lot of nuance in the rating. Anyway, so when I finished, it was a 6.
Oh,
and
no.
it's been re-rated. It's been re-rated as an 8, because
As
actually
an
having
8?
had having had it sit with me, I'm kind of like, actually, do you know what? The performances, the actors, some of the things that it made me feel were like I was really taken with it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the bulk of the and like I just said, like, I think if they had tweaked certain things for me, I could have loved this show. It could have been a 10 for me. It had the ingredients to be a 10. Because of, as I said, the performances and things it made me feel. And like I can not like an ending of a show, so like My Dearest, but still love the show. So
Yes.
you know, like because of everything it made me feel like up until that point.
Right. I'm totally following you. Okay. So for me, I'm looking at my rating on the blog review, which I'm leaning heavily on. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, so we've actually ended up in the same place.
We're in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
We are in the same vicinity, and that star is probably for all of the nitpicks and possibly the resentment I feel towards the ending. But yeah, I think we're in the ballpark, you know, with our ratings. So 4 out of 5 soju bottles. I had the rewatch value because I gave a rewatch value on all my blog reviews, down at 2 out of 5 stars. And I would say that's very accurate because I have not rewatched it in the last 5 years. So.
I would not rewatch this drama either. I've got to be honest. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get into the spoiler section. We'll see how much we spoil because, again, I have the memory of a hamster. It might just be a little more talking about the ending and some characters and leaning on Sarah's experience, having watched it just a few weeks ago. So without further ado.
Last year, actually, just to caveat.
Oh, was it last year? My God, my memory.
Already, yeah. But it was the end of last year, so yeah, it was the end of last year. So
all right,
hopefully
still more
I'll
recent
remember.
than me.
Yeah.
All right,
not 5
spoilers.
years ago, yeah.
Spoilers right after this.
Excuse me, 뭐라고?
괜찮아.
Yeah, no, I have no tingle. Oh, sorry.
Swear, disgusting shit.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
What? All right, we're on the other side of spoilers, so we're just going to maybe jump back in on that ending, possibly, and talk through why Sarah feels the way that she feels and maybe why I feel the way that I feel, if I can articulate it with
if
any
you can remember it.
possible memory that I have. So why don't you just kind of walk us through it?
So I'm going to start with saying, did you watch the Japanese drama, the original?
No.
And did you know anything about it when you
Oh,
started
no.
the show? Yeah, so
But-
me neither.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
That was my next question. But I read the synopsis and I looked at the poster for the Japanese show. Identical.
Yes.
Not that the poster was identical. The atmosphere and vibe of the poster was identical to this one.
Yeah. So
and the synopsis is the same.
Except for the ending, right?
No, I didn't see anything about
Okay,
it.
so
did you look up the Japanese ending?
Yeah, so my understanding.
Oh, good. Oh, tell me.
Okay, so my
I'm
understanding
so
in the
interested.
Japanese drama is that they are biological brothers and sisters.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. So that's why the Japanese drama, for me, the ending makes more sense. It is logical. This is why they can't be together. This is why, Jung-guk does all of the stuff that he does to keep them apart.
That makes a lot more sense.
And that's where I kind of was warring with myself because I was a bit like, this seems to be what you're suggesting to me, because they spend, like, him and Tak have multiple, like, conversations where they're both like, they can't be together, and you're like, why can't they be together? Unless they can't be together. And then, when, like, evil person that was like the evil princess in My Dearest, like, she's always the evil person, she's telling the very rich, like, chaebol sister was saying, she's your sister.
Yeah, she says.
She says you're, and that's when I thought, fuck, shit.
She
that's
says
why they can't go
she's like a fellow sociopath.
Yes, she is.
She says that his father was a murderer.
Yes,
which is true,
yeah.
and that they're biological brother and sister.
Yeah,
which in the K-drama that's not true.
No,
but in the J-drama, it is true.
Yes, which kind of makes more sense, right?
It makes
way
more sense.
Part
that
of
it would
me's
be
bit like
an incestuous relationship,
well,
and they
this is the
can't
thing.
be together.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. But then I was really like, is K-drama really going with incest? Like, really? Like, I just couldn't see it, right? Like, just couldn't see that they would do incest in an actual studio network. This is not like, this is before like streaming could do like ultra violent stuff, like stuff that, you know, you wouldn't show on like network TV. This is proper network TV show. So I was like, are they really going with the incest? It was really screwing with my brain. And then I felt like, so to me, it felt like the show bottled it, right? So it bottled doing the incest, or maybe it didn't bottle it, but it couldn't, for cultural reasons, do incest. But that it still then wanted to stay in the style of the show, or wanted to keep like faith to the original, but then in so doing like didn't change the logic enough.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
so
they didn't change enough.
Like, so I wish that basically two things: either say screw it, we can't go with the incest, so we need to do something different. Let's just actually give them a happy ending. Like, let's just let's screw it. Let's try and do a happy ending. Or you fix the logic of the rest of the show to make it make sense. So then key things like, why the fuck is he stabbing this guy? Like, why is he walking across this like this road and just as a policeman stabbing this guy? Like, I just, you know, like, it made more sense, I guess, if he knew who he was, but he knew that he knew all along who he was, and he knew all along he was not the biological brother of Jung.
Yeah, okay.
And so then that's what.
So I have here in my review a whole paragraph. A lot of it doesn't make sense to me, but you're touching on something that I said in this paragraph. So okay, I have literally I'm just going to read it. It's verbatim. It's not that long. I'm going to skip over the bulk of the melodrama involving 1. Moo-young recovers his memories. Moo-young... I need to make sure these characters are all lined up just in case, because it's hard to... So that's Seo In-guk's character. So Seo In-guk's character recovers his memories. 2. Jung-guk stabs Seo In-guk's character in the freaking street like a psycho. This is all in all caps.
Yes.
That's what you're referring to.
Yes. Yes.
I was reeling as well. Like, this is in all caps for me. I don't know. That's melodrama that I was just skipping over. I was like, I don't even want to talk about that necessarily in detail because that's fucking wild. 3, Moo-young, which is Seo In-guk's character, confronts Jung-guk at gunpoint about him killing his father.
Yep.
And then I already read this part. Seran, the fellow sociopath, tells Moo-young about his father being a murderer and Jung-kang being the biological sister, which is false in this case. But
yes,
all of this melodrama just compounding.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
That the cop brother would stab him in the street.
Yeah. And also because what doesn't make sense, right, is that they spend so much of this drama building up his backstory that he is a dedicated cop.
Right.
That is looked down upon by everybody else in the police station.
Because he's so straight-laced.
Because he's so straight-laced, he's dogged, he's determined, he has to find the truth. But he doesn't find the truth about this thing. No. And he is dedicated to finding out secrets, but then spends all of his drama keeping secrets from the sister that he apparently loves more than anything else in the world.
Right. Right.
He is dedicated to unearthing secrets and to finding out information about things.
But he's a liar.
But is himself a liar.
Yeah.
And then also, like, doesn't find out everything about Seo In-guk's character before stabbing him in the could just like, this is why I got to the end of it. I'm just like, basically, this whole thing could have been prevented if Jung-guk had just been honest from the beginning, and that being the reason why they both end up dead is just, I can't do it. I'm just like, you know, if fate meant that they can't be together, I can handle that. But if they can't be together because this one guy didn't tell them, like, basically communication is the reason why they're dead, I'm just like, no. I
see what you're saying, that if they went with the J-drama, it would make sense that he was trying to keep the secret that they're brother and sister. Maybe, yeah. Again, I would probably lead with that. I'd be like, you can't be together because you're brother and sister.
But hey, isn't it nice? Like, you've got a real brother and a real sister.
But hey, family reunion. It's, if you can't already tell and you've never watched the show and you're just in the spoiler section for shits and gigs, this is it's a melodrama. It might have a little makjang elements in it. It's an adaptation of a J-drama that is a little unhinged, okay, obviously. But it's really well done up to certain points.
Yeah.
Okay, is I think the point we're trying to make, and we're trying to make sense of some stuff that they changed and some stuff that maybe they didn't change, we're not sure, but it literally, because the character has been set up in such a way, the cop brother has been set up in such a way, when he does certain things later on in the show, it's going against character in such a way as to be like, you're murdering the character.
Yeah, because I really liked him. I thought, what a great adoptive brother, basically, right? Because he's not her real brother.
Right.
What a great brother he's been. Like, he's brought her up. He's done such a great job of bringing her up. She's such a lovely, warm person, despite, you know, that awful start of her life. And he's, like I said, he's got this great relationship with Tak, and he's like really, you know, he's like the underdog in the police station.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really rooting for him. So then in the back of the drama, when he does all these things, you're just like, what have you done to this character? Why have you done this to this character? Because the other thing that really annoyed me with him was that he just really hated Moo-young to such an extent.
It was a loathing.
Yeah, it was a loathing. And I think I thought I understood the motives for him hating him so much, but then as more stuff gets revealed, the more you're like really puzzled, because the thing is, like, he feels really sorry for Jin-gang because of everything that happened with her parents, but basically the same thing happened with Moo-young, so why do you not feel sorry for him?
Right.
You know, like, it's like he got his life wrecked, you know, for no fault of his own, but she deserves like all of the sympathy in the world, and he deserves like nothing but your hatred. I just couldn't.
It's uneven, the application of his pity.
Yeah, it is. And also because he was the one responsible for Jin-gang, so she got an amazing life and became the person she was because of him.
Yeah.
Whereas Seo In-guk, he's like what would have happened to her had she not had him in her life, you know, because he had no one in his life. And so it's not surprising he's ended up where he's at. I mean, if anything, he should be congratulated actually for being still kind of sane.
Right.
But he gets no sympathy, just gets stabbed in the middle of the street.
It's so unhinged. So I have here in this review, in episode 10, so first of all, there's 16 episodes, so this is a little after the halfway point. In episode 10, Jin-gang, which is Jung So-min's character, again tells Shin-guk, the brother, that she won't break up with Moo-young, Seo In-guk. And when the brother starts on another rant to make her feel guilty, she unleashes her true feelings about how she's felt suffocated by his mere presence since her adolescence, and so sorry toward him because she owes him so much.
Yeah.
Tak later tells her to apologize for hurting his feelings, and Jin-gang, Jung So-min's character, agrees that she was in the wrong. And I said in my review, what? Why is Jin-gang at fault for telling her true feelings and saying some hurtful things for a change, Jungkook spouts whatever the hell he wants.
It's true, yeah. Yeah.
And I vaguely remember this. I don't fully remember this part in the show, but these feelings that I felt are still there, where this like unevenness between them, where he can basically use her as this emotional battering, like an emotional punching bag.
That, and also guilt allayer, right?
Yeah.
'Cause she's, you know, he's allaying his own guilt for pulling the trigger.
Yes. But she can't call him on his bullshit and sort of question the validity of their relationship.
Yeah.
In fact, she agrees with the sidekick, Tak, and says, yeah, I do need to apologize because I was wrong to say all this truthful but hurtful stuff for once in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah. I think it bothered me less because it's probably quite a Confucian thing.
Ooh, very good point.
Because he's our older brother, so you kind of like in a Confucian relationship, that's the way it goes. Like your mum can tell you whatever the hell she wants about everything that's wrong with you, but you can't do that to your mum because she's, you know, older in the pecking order than you are. And so if you do ever say something that upsets or is too truthful and not diplomatic, you are expected to apologize. Mm-hmm. That is the way it goes. You have to kind of take it. That is kind of your role.
That's an excellent point. And if you haven't listened to, I think it's 2 episodes right now that you guys have out on the Confucianism.
Yes, it is.
On Afternoona Asks Podcast, please go and listen to them because they are so informative and really fun and entertaining to listen to.
Oh, thanks, Jess. Thank
you.
I
had a great time listening to them. So that's an excellent point that I'm an international fan and you're of Asian descent. So like you have a different experience to Confucianism than I do. And so you probably felt differently about this scene in episode 10 and the fallout of this scene than I did.
Yeah. Although why that specific thing didn't bug me in that way, I do feel the same way as you in that, like, we're still supposed to celebrate him as a really great brother, despite the fact that he doesn't allow her to be herself, really, and she is suffocated, and she must feel like she's constantly having to be grateful to him. Yeah. So again, this is that kind of thing with this unevenness of this drama where, you know, like I started off really liking this character, and then in the back half just began to really dislike him, and that kind of annoyed me as well because I felt a bit like the drama still wanted me to like him.
That's a great point, that the drama was on his side, the writing, the spirit of the drama was on his side, and as an audience member you're like, but why?
Because logically, it doesn't.
Yeah. So we talked about what Moo Young, Seo In-guk's character, does vaguely. Do you want to talk about? Because I don't remember the details. I just remember the broad strokes. What he does to the rich girl Sung-ah.
Yeah. I mean, he basically. I'm not going to go into the detail either because I don't know. I don't know that I would be able to do it justice. But effectively, he decides. I mean, we start off right. She's engaged to a really rich chaebol person.
Yeah.
At the start, and he overhears the conversation between them, and I think at that point, I guess he just decides, do you know what? Like, I could get this chaebol girl. Like, I could get her. You know, I could get her away from this fiance, and he just does his womanizing tricks. Like, you feel like this is not the first time he's done this. Mm-hmm. You know, he just thought it's a challenge to see if I can get her to like me.
Yeah.
And it was really easy. And I remember one of the things, like, because I think the drama sets him off as a red flag, but you, like we discussed right at the start, you want to find the reasons why he's a red flag, and you want to find like reasons to sympathize with him and find the goodness in him really early on, right? Like early on, the drama does this. And then I remember she's in the car and she tells him, I looked up your friend that you said went to this college, and he's never been there. And then Seo In-guk, like, he's been caught out, right? He has lied. His friend didn't go to college. And he's just like, he just blinks. He's no reaction whatsoever. Like, it's no big... And not only that, but he throws it back on her. So he gaslights her, basically.
Yeah.
Throws it back on her, gaslights her, and says, you're wrong. He does go to that college. He goes to this college, this other college. I don't know what the difference is. But anyway, he gaslights her, and he does it really calmly, really cruelly. And that's like kind of why I like the drama, because it never let me settle into deciding whether or not this character, this main lead, was somebody I could or could not root for. Because all the time they're like wrong-footing me, because I was just like, oh shit, that's a really horrible thing to do. Like, it's a really psychotic thing to do. Like, you know, lie so much and then gaslight her so you could see also, you could really feel like why someone as sheltered as her, she's lived such a sheltered upbringing, would fall so badly for this guy. And he was just constantly giving her a little bit of rope and then tugging. This is why I said, like, he's a cat with a toy. It's like every time she kind of rolled away a little bit, he'd be like, I'm going to do a little bit to make you come back, a little bit, and then I'm just going to ignore you again. And it was just that constant backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And then in the end, they're in this car together, right? Yeah. And it's not completely obvious to me that he didn't... she's not, sorry, they're not in a car together. They're basically, they're all involved in the car crash together. She's driving like a lunatic, and because of him, because of emotions that he's wound up in her, and she ends up dying, right?
She dies.
Yeah, she does die. Yeah. And a lot of it is, you know, because he's been kind of puppet stringing her along.
I have here, this is my review. So I said here, Song-a's death, this has to do with a specificity here, and I was wondering if you were going to mention it. So hopefully this will trigger something, and you'll answer this question for me, because it's almost an unanswerable question. So I said, Song-a's death, I couldn't understand the line, don't get caught.
Yes.
Moo-young says this to Song-a, and then they immediately crashed.
Yes.
Did he say this to her to distract her from driving? Did he say this more to himself? Did he tell her this sincerely? It was top of mind again when the evil Seran, the other like sociopath in the show, said she was just tickled by his statement when she heard it on the black box footage. Why did he even think to tell her in that moment not to get caught? What was up with this we'll never be taken alive mentality? Am I missing something? So that's it. What do you think of that? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I agree with you. I think there was a real ambivalence to what he meant by that line. I think it was kind of similar to his whole role through the drama, right? It's a lot of ambivalence of like, what did you actually mean? What did you actually think? I mean, for me, I felt like it was just the final winding her up. Like, keep driving like so fast and erratically.
In the rain.
Don't get caught. Like, please keep it. Because his whole shtick, I think, from the beginning was like, you're some sheltered rich girl that doesn't know what real life is. And so you need to kind of live outside of your comfort zone and know what it's like to be in the real world. And I felt like that was him goading her to just be like, stop being so safe. Don't be that safe girl again.
I see.
Live your life, like take risks. And that's for me so that's why that is one of the most red flag things he does in the whole drama is his relationship with her and what he did to her.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, because he doesn't date that girl with any real sincerity at all.
No, not at all.
At all. And that girl, that Song-a character that we keep referencing, was Jin Kang's best friend.
Yes. Well, supposed best friend, whatever.
Yeah. But she and that girl was likely infatuated with him, and you know, there's a lot of stuff that flies in the face of K-drama rules, like Seo In-guk's character has sex with her, and that's like a no-no, right?
Yes.
That's kind of edgy in K-drama land, and that's way before, you know, this entire relationship blows up in their faces with the car crash in the rain. And Obviously, Moo-young, that character, survives. I say here he signs a non-disclosure from her family as soon as he recovers and easily walks away with some cash. No remorse, no regret, no mourning for Song-ah. Like, it was nothing for him.
And actually also, like, Jin-kang as well. Like, so I found it really confusing because the drama seemed to, like, they were kind of acquaintances, I thought, at the start. And then in the middle of the drama, when all this kind of, like, mini melodrama was happening, they were supposedly really good friends.
Oh, right.
And then
so it was like,
dies.
what are we?
Yeah, but then she dies, and Jin-kang's not really that. I felt like she wasn't really that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
No.
Okay. But this whole thing made, in my review, I'd say he was basically a clinical sociopath. And I don't even think they use that term anymore. I think they... medical professional, or what do they call it? Psychiatrists or psychologists or medical professionals, they use the term antisocial personality disorder, and that is what he had. I feel like some of the behavioral traits of antisocial personality disorder are antisocial behavior, deceitfulness, hostility, irresponsibility, manipulativeness, risk-taking behaviors, aggression, impulsivity, irritability, or lack of restraint. And some of the mood traits are anger, boredom, or general discontent. And this matches Moo-young to a T.
That is basically his character.
That is his character to a T.
It is.
The first thing that Jin-kang, which is Jung So-min's character, teaches Moo-young is how to feel. And how to be human. And even despite the fact that he spent his whole life observing people, he's removed from all of his emotions. And what I say in my review is anything that caught his interest, he pursued until he got bored again. And it's a little game he kept playing until Song-a's death, which is when basically this romance sort of gets going with him and Jung So-min's character.
Yes. Yeah. So I actually really, so putting aside the Song-ah thing, which to be fair, the drama makes us do anyway. So he's like, oh, she's, that plot
device, they're like, we'll close the book on that.
To be fair, like I was happy to follow it because I'm just like, oh, I kind of want to like this guy, and I can't if I dwell too much on what he did to her. Anyway, so I did really like that they went from this really snippy enemies kind of like relationship to this gradual, and I felt pretty authentic falling for each other. And although we don't get a lot of, I mean, this is not a romance drama by any means, right?
I don't consider this a romance drama.
So although we do still get, plenty of their scenes together, and they're really lovely. They're really, some of them are really, really...
It's magical.
Yeah, it is. And they really feel like, I think you said it earlier, like they're soul connected, and they really made us feel that way. And they have some really great skinship. It really felt sexy.
Yes.
Their scenes together.
Yes. Yeah. In a way that you don't even see in today's dramas, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely. And actually for me, I've only seen Jung So-min in this, and because this is my first Life in Alchemy of Soul, I actually feel like this is her best chemistry and her best sexual chemistry with somebody.
I can agree with that. I can get behind that statement for sure.
And I feel like she turned it on specifically with Seo In-guk as well, because I also really liked In Contrast, because she has this she dates this other policeman, right? This other policeman called Cho-rong. For a while he's basically introduced by the brother as another tactic to try and get her to not.
That's right. That's right. He was like, why don't you meet this guy instead? And so she actually does it.
Yeah, she does. And they have these dates. But I love that she has just zero chemistry with this guy, right? Zero chemistry whatsoever. There is no zinginess. It's just beige. And I really liked that contrast. I really thought it was really skillful acting on her behalf, because you could see the difference in how Moo-young made her feel, because whether she hated him or loved him, he made her feel all the time.
Yes.
Whereas with the other policeman, she's just behind a glass.
Polite.
Yeah, she's really polite. Yeah, she's really like, she's not moved at all in either way.
Yeah. Yes. I said I'm just like, I can't believe I wrote this. I said, I actually looked at a non-existent camera, office style, when Seo In-guk delivered the line, "I want to sleep with you."
Yes.
Do you remember that line?
Yes. That's
okay.
a great line.
Okay, what a great, like, because they have sex.
Yeah.
And their foreplay is super sweet because they're like playfully, I could see it in my head. They're like sitting on the bed and they're playfully removing each other's clothes.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's so, there's so much like intimacy and chemistry, and it's like you said, zinginess between them. And you're just like, this is like amazing. It's so good.
It is, yeah. So.
And then all hell breaks loose.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
I can't. I have a nice thought here. Again, because I'm like using my thoughts from 5 years ago to like power through this, I apologize. But I also said that Moo-young shows her this family portrait that he drew in crayon as a child, saying that he imagines himself as a lost boy instead of an abandoned child. And I found so much meaning in that because the distinction was very poetic to me. I said to shield himself from further heartbreak, he keeps hoping that he's just been misplaced, lost instead of actively abandoned by his parents, his father especially. And then I start musing at the end of this, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if I can write that like this now. I say, if he's a lost boy, is he the Peter Pan variety, the ones who have a ton of agency and choose not to be found? But I digress.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've had any thoughts about the family portrait and him like shielding himself from a little bit of that feeling aspect.
Definitely. I mean, I do think that's what the drama, and it had to in a way, right, to keep us in this ambivalence of wanting to love this male lead but not being able to love this male lead was so much about fleshing out that emotion, that huge emotional crater of a wound that he's carrying around. And we see this crayon picture a lot, right? It's used a lot. It's in lots and lots of scenes, and we are in typical K-drama style, but done very well, given lots of partial flashbacks as we piece together, and he pieces together, because obviously, as you said, he lost his memory, his background and what happened and what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do this so well because they really just show what a broken boy he is, and I think especially when she discovers that that like scabby rooftop apartment that he lives in has got like no cooking utensils, and so then they have this supermarket shopping scene where she's basically just buying stuff. And then
you're jogging my memory.
And then she says this line about something like you have to have rice in your house. You have to eat. You have to home.
Yes.
A creation of home is about having a home cooked meal and is about having rice in your rice cooker ready to eat. And I think that's the first time he's had a home, right? So it's really, 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 it just creates such an emotional feeling in you. And then when they have their breakup, so when he says he's going to split up with her, and he does that kind of kind of sacrificial thing of like, I'm going to break up with you and pretend that I don't love you anymore, but actually I'm doing it for you type thing. And then he's kind of like, in his apartment with all the cooking utensils that she bought, and she's
everywhere. Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, when you just want to give him a big hug? Because by that point, you've kind of forgiven all of his red flagness. You're just like, he's just a walking emotional wound. You're like, he couldn't help it.
He's like a yellow flag now. I don't know. So I don't even remember exactly how the bad guys end up at this cabin in the woods type thing at the end of the show, but they get shot and die together, and that's the ending that we get versus their brother and sister or some other version that was not written.
No.
And they never get to live the rest of their lives together. They die where their parents died.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of like murder and antisocial personality disorder and glimpses of redemption and a very depressing ending.
Yes.
And I don't know if you had any like other thoughts about the ending or any other clarifications that you wanted to make or any other thoughts at all, but I
think for me there were a few things like I remember when I was watching it feeling like, I think as soon as he shot the rich chaebol sister, that's when I thought, okay, like I had a little bit of hope that there might possibly be a happy ending for those two. And then when he shot her, I was like, okay, that's done. Like we're not getting one. And to be honest, like the post that scene, the scene where she's planted the seed that Jung is his real sister, are some of the best scenes that Seo In-guk has ever done. Like he is in his rooftop apartment and he's just broken.
Devastated.
And so you can kind of see also when she's goading him because she has a great set of lines, the chaebol rich sister, where she's really winding him up and then, you know, obviously ends with a bullet in her. You can so see why he got to that point, you know. So even at that point when you're just like, it's bad he shot someone, I think we as the audience feel like, oh, that was your chance. Like you've now, like, we totally know why you did this, but now you've lost your chance at being with her now, right? This is when this kind of heavy cloud of dread started to kind of descend on the show, and you brought it. But I remember feeling like right at the end, even when they're in that cabin and he's already shot this chaebol sister and he's like a wanted criminal now, and there was still like a little bit of me was like, well, maybe she could wait for him, like after he gets out of prison and they're really old and they could finally be, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, even then I was like, there was a little bit of me, despite, as I said, starting this drama pretty much thinking there would not be a happy ending. I think by then I was still even like, maybe they could.
Cushioning the blow a bit.
Yeah, cushioning the blow. And then, no, we had to have this kind of like Romeo Juliet kind of.
It was very Romeo and Juliet-y.
Yeah, he's died, therefore I should die type thing. Because even then I was like, you don't have to die, Jung. Like I get that you're so connected with this guy, but you're still, you know, an independent, feisty woman in your own right. So that was another thing that I was a bit like, I'm not convinced she had to die. Like I felt a bit. Oh, sorry. And then the other thing that I remember that jarred me as well was that post finding out that chaebol rich sister has died and there's question marks over who killed him, I remember Jung is like, no, it's not Moo Young. It couldn't be Moo Young.
Oh, that's right. She was like in denial.
Yeah, she was in denial. But Go Min-si's character, like Moo Young's friend, the one that was also like a fellow psychopath, I think, or sociopath rather, that both went to this, you know, psychiatrist. She's basically like, she knows who he is, and she gets like that he could be this person. So then I remember it feeling like it jarred a little bit with me, because it was a bit like, if he's someone you love so well, so much, and are soul connected with, like, why do you not also know that this is his personality too, that he's capable of being this person? Like, it's like you fell in love. Did you fall in love with a mirage? Like, did you fall in love with somebody that you had made up in your mind, actually, that you could be so vehement and adamant that he did not kill this woman, when clearly throughout the whole drama we've seen he could actually totally completely murder someone? That is exactly who he is.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer is, but I see where you're coming from, that it's almost like a disconnect with the character, because the character of Jung So-min, because Seo In-guk's character showed her exactly who he was throughout.
Yeah.
And there was no question that he could have killed someone.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of already did. Like, indirectly.
Right. And there was like a cleanup job that he had done earlier in the show as well. Like, he didn't murder somebody, but he cleaned it up.
Yes,
as well.
right.
Like, that was like the intro to the whole show. And
yeah,
it's like, okay, if you can clean up a dead body and stage a scene, like, you can stage a scene to make it look like a suicide. Yeah, you could totally murder somebody, dude. Like, she knew all of this.
Yeah.
And she was still like, oh no, it can't be him.
No, I just found that
Babes.
just jarred a little bit for me. Like, I could see, you know, like, if her character had just been about praying that it wasn't him, praying that, you know, it had nothing to do with him, like, that I get, but this whole, like, oh, it's not him, he didn't do it thing was a bit like,
she was like too sure.
It was just, it just jarred. It was like, do you actually know who you've fallen in love with? Because we do.
Yeah, we
we're
get
still cheering. We're still cheering you guys on, but, like, we know exactly who he is.
Yeah, the cabin in the woods scene is very heavy. This is basically the last scene in the whole show.
Yeah. She
pleads with him not to kill himself. She uses herself as leverage, puts the gun to her own head. He tells her to just go. And I have here in my review, she says, go where? And he replies, to how it was before me. And she tearfully says, but you were with me from the beginning. And that I felt was very heavy. That was very telling, that she almost can't envision herself without him because he was there always.
Yeah. Well, she said that quite a few times. Like, I think when her brother Jung-guk was trying to tell her to not be with him anymore, she'd said quite a few times, I can't live without him. I can't live without him. And you really, really began to feel that, I think.
I do too. Like, I believe her.
Job. Yeah. They did a good job of showing us why she felt that way.
Yeah, there's like a codependency between them.
Yeah.
That they develop, and then she realizes who he is and their history together and stuff, and it just sort of clicks. And then they just die, like, they get killed by the Jang family henchman secretary dude who, like, shoots them both dead, and that's
the plot device.
That's it. Like, they die. It's just not. I don't think this drama's for everybody.
No.
At all. I think if you're, you know, if you're the hometown cha-cha-cha person,
yeah.
Don't watch this show. At all. This is not for you. But if you're the Love Lies girl, or maybe into some Tomorrow with You, maybe is a little closer in tone to this show. This is not light at all. It's definitely a melodrama, and it doesn't have a happy ending. We just said, like, they die. It's just tragic. Like, they have a tragic backstory. It's all the things. And the guy's toxic. He's a red flag. We said that over and over again. It's all the things, but it's incredibly interesting. And it's a lot of K-drama. Like, this is like a very K-drama-y show.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot of Western influence, I would say, like a lot of the shows we see today. Okay, this is not a Netflix output.
This is
at all.
Yeah, it's very mellow.
It's very mellow.
Yeah.
And it just permeates the whole show. And if that's not your vibe, if you're a mood watcher, you gotta wait until you kind of feel it to watch this show. But I do feel like there's some merit in it. I feel like there's something to it. I feel like there's something about this pairing and the machinations and the relationships of the show are just kind of like, you can't look away at the train wreck of it.
Yeah.
So I would recommend it, but it's not for everybody.
No. I remember when I first started it, and I've forgotten who it was, sorry. Somebody commented on my feed and said, I love this show, but I never recommend this show. because of what it is. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how you feel about it. And I remember thinking, like, how does that work, that you would love a show but you can't ever recommend it?
I feel that statement deeply.
Yeah, but afterwards I was like, okay, I totally get it.
I get it.
I mean, I have actually recommended it, but it's to people whose drama tastes I know already.
Right.
You know,
right.
I feel confident that they will like what I liked in it, and that would be enough.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God, it's worth noting, I love angsty shows, and so do you.
Yes.
Yeah. We're angsty bitches. So this was like kind of in our wheelhouse, okay? Yeah. If you're not an angsty person in any way, shape, or form, this ain't for you.
No, this is super angst. In fact, actually, right. So I actually went on a Reddit thread.
Oh no!
Of somebody. No. It was for drama. If it was Drama Rex. It was like, can someone recommend me an angsty drama? And then literally about 10 replies in a row was "Smile has left your eyes."
It's perfect.
I was like,
just the ticket.
Yes, it's so true. It is full on angst. Yeah,
well, it's full on angst. There was a chance that they could be brother and sister. It doesn't end up happening in this show, but in the J drama, lo and behold, there's incestuous in there. Not in this version though.
No.
If that's your ick, it's not in here.
Yeah. And then if it is, then J drama is where to go.
And then watch a J drama.
Yeah. Where it would logically make more sense.
Right. Anyway, I think I've come to the end of like my memory and the end of what I had in my original blog review. So I guess that's the end of my notes. Do you have anything else you'd like to add about The Smile Has Left Your Eyes before we get out of here?
No, I think I got to the end of my notes wrap it up as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm so glad we got to go through everything with as much detail as we could. And if you have anything else you'd like to say, if you're listening to this and you're like, they didn't talk about this, I swear to God, we just didn't remember it, okay? It's just the simple fact that a lot of things just didn't line up, and we didn't remember, okay? I'm sorry. But feel free to reach out to us, okay?
Yes,
reach out to us. Yes. I'm more than willing to look things up and actually read the recaps after the fact. I don't give a shit. I'll do whatever I can to appease you guys. I feel terrible that I couldn't do the homework, basically, for the assignment.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
No, do you know what? I feel like you're. I think you do feel bad about doing it, but I do think we've kind of done most of it justice. I do think.
Okay.
I think anything that we didn't cover would have been kind of smaller details.
Yes.
That's what I feel like anyway.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Hopefully that's how.
Hopefully that's how people feel. Sarah, where can people find you online?
So I'm on Instagram at Kdrama This, and I co-host a podcast, Afternoona Asks. So we're at Afternoona Asks on Instagram and on Twitter. And yeah, check us out. So we're going to slightly drop a new Confucian episode on My Dearest soon.
Oh.
So that was a ton of fun.
Oh,
me and Grace. Yeah, we just really picked that drama apart. It was so fun.
Oh, God, I cannot
From a Confucian point of view.
And
there was so much Confucian. It's wall-to-wall Confucian. That drama.
It is. And I remember mentioning a lot of that in our review as well, in the Daebak review, about the values and how like it was just, that was a big part of the show.
Yeah. I loved your review. It was a really good episode.
Oh, thank you. So I can't wait to listen to that episode from you guys. I'll be first in line to press play. Absolutely. So Afternoona Asks for their podcast, and Kdrama This on Instagram and the socials. I think that's it. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.